Old Jebba Road, Ilorin. Are you a business owner? Emirate Radio gives the opportunity for infant organization and commercials for advertisement and publicity on our varieties of shows and update for the growth and expansion of your commodity. Grab the opportunity today by sending a mail to info@emiratesradio.ng. Call 0913 4158 376 or 0806 134 6946. Visit Emirate Radio House behind Federal Ministry of Environment off Old Jebba Road, Ilorin, Kwara State, Nigeria. Emirate Radio, the voice of the people. Are you a business owner?
Hello, good afternoon everybody. How is your day going? I believe you're having a beautiful day. It is my prayer that you get to have a fulfilling and blissful day ahead of you. You're welcome to Legal Clues on Emirate Radio. As you know, on Emirate Radio, Legal Clues, we give you insights on how to be aware of your rights and obligations as citizens of Nigeria. We also bring you tips for you to be able to make informed decisions in life on how to be intentional about living a crime-free life. We also give you tips to help you to know how to respect our laws and regulations and how to have access to justice. All this and more we bring to you on Legal Clues on Emirate Radio. My name is Damilola Obadimeji, your host on this program. So on today's episode of Legal Clues on Emirate Radio, we'll be discussing the topic how to legalize your business. How to legalize your business, also known as registration of your businesses. You know, it is how to ensure that your business has legal backing. How to know that your business passed through every relevant laws guiding that business. So it is important that you get your business legalized. The kind of business that you are doing will determine the kind of laws that you must comply with. And there is no aspect of business that is not guided by either one law or the other. I want you to know that there is no kind of business that you're doing that is not being governed by one law or the other. So don't be deceived that you can do business without legalizing it. If you have been doing that, probably you've been doing business for a while now and you've not legalized it. It is important that you know that for the fact that you have not been caught now does not mean that you will not be caught. And the most dangerous aspect of it is that whenever you are caught, you will pay for it. You will pay for all the years that you have been doing businesses without legalizing it. You can pay for it in one way or the other, either by way of litigation, by way of taking you against taxation laws, penalty, fines, and extreme cases imprisonment. So you should know that you should get your business legalized. So peradventure you've been doing your businesses now and you have not registered it. It is important for you to know that you need to register your business, whether it's a small scale business, whether it's a company, whether it's an NGO, whether it's for profit making or not. You need to get your institution or organization registered. So now there are some laws that govern the registration of businesses in Nigeria. An example is what we call Company and Allied Matters Act. Companies and Allied Matters Act. We also have what we call Income Tax Act. We have EFCC Act and a host of laws that guides businesses in Nigeria. But today we are going to be talking about registration of small-scale business. Registration of small-scale business. I want you to know that under Companies and Allied Matters Act, we have Part A, Part B, and Part C. The CAMA is divided into three parts: Part A, Part B, and Part C. Part A talks about registration of small-scale businesses. We call it business name. You know, those are the things the business people refer to as ventures, enterprises. I believe you must have heard of that. Part B talks about registration of companies, which can be a private limited company, it could be a public limited company, it could be a public unlimited company, it could be a company limited by guarantee. So Part B of CAMA talks about registration of your company, a limited company, whether limited liability company or unlimited liability company. Then Part C of CAMA deals with registration of non-profit making organizations. Example of such are NGOs, foundations, associations, our churches, mosques, and a host of others. those are, non-profit making organizations. Those comes under Part C of Kama. So you should also get that registered. So if you have a church you're running, or a mosque, or you have an association, probably a school association you want to start, you can definitely get that registered under Part C of Companies and Allied Matters Act. So for today's discussion, we'll be talking about Part A of Kama. That's the registration of your your small scale businesses under Part A of Kama. We'll call it business name. Registration of your business name under Part A of Kama. There are some things you need to be aware of. There are some things you need to know first before you decide whether you want to register under Part A or Part B. Example is that, is your company a small scale business? If it's a small scale business, you have not gone so big, you have not reached that limited liability companies level, you can start small. You can start small by registering it as a business name. You need to know that if you have started your business, probably you have started doing business and you have not registered, you have what we call a 28-day window under the law within which you must register your business name. So the law gives you a permission to start business for 28 days before within which you must have registered your business name. So if you have started business and you have not registered, please hurry and go get yourself registered. And you have not started, it's advisable that you register first before you start. I personally advise people to register their business first before they start business. If you have started business, the danger in it is that, what if that name you have started your business with, what if it's not available for registration with CAC? You will now be saddened with that responsibility of looking for another name to name your business. And some people might have known that name with you, so you have to change it all over again. But it's better, it's advisable to register first. The name will be available with CAC or not. So you know that, and if it's registered, you are allowed to use that name. Then you start afresh with that name, knowing full well that you have registered. Instead of starting your business, then probably the name is not is denied, and you have to look for another name. So I advise people to register first before they start their business. Another thing you need to know is that if your business is a small scale business and you want to register a business name, the legal capacity of business name is not different from the owner. What we are trying to say is that you don't have a special protection under the law with business name. There's no how. Okay, how do I explain this? Let's say it like this. A company, for example, has legal protection. A company is a juristic person. You can sue a company without suing the directors, but you cannot sue a business name without suing the owner. What we are trying to say is that in business names, you can sue that business name together with the owner. They are interwoven, they are intertwined. You cannot separate an owner of business name from the business name itself. They are together, so it does not enjoy any special protection, any special legal protection. That's what we are trying to say. But for example, if a company is being sold, anybody, any representative can just represent the company. Could be the secretary, could be one of the directors, and doesn't mean that they are suing that person, the person's personal capacity. But as business owner, business name is small scale business, you will be sued definitely together with your business name. And so that is what that means, that it doesn't have a special protection under the law, although it has what we call name protection. Your name will be protected, like you are registering a company, for example, the name is being protected just like business name too. When you register your business name, your name is being protected. Another person cannot use that name. Another person cannot use that name. So you have a name protection under the law as against special legal protection. Your name is protected. That's part of the advantages of getting your business registered. You are listening to Legal Claims on Emirate Radio. Sit back, relax, we'll be right back.
For communities in and around Kwara State, Emirate Radio launches a platform for you to project the peculiarities about your community and its environs, bringing you to the world news platform in and outside world. To share the update of your environs with Emirate Radio, please call 0913 415 8376 or 0806 134 6946. You can as well email info@emirateradio.ng. Visit our website www.emirateradio.ng. We are located at Emirate Radio House behind Federal Ministry of Environment off Old Jebu Road, Ilorin, Kwara State, Nigeria. Emirate Radio, the voice of the people.
You're welcome back to Legal Clues on Emirate Radio. Like we said earlier, on Legal Clues we give you tips on how to be intentional about living a crime-free life. On today's episode, like we started earlier, we are discussing how to legalize your business. And for today's discussion, we are limiting ourselves to registration of your small-scale businesses under Part A of CAMA, which we usually refer to as business names. Now, we have talked about the things you should be aware of before you decide whether you're going to register your business as a small-scale business or as a company, a limited liability company. So now, if you are aware of all this and you're already certain that you have a small-scale business, it's advisable that you register your business under Part A of CAMA. Please note that you can register a business name as a sole proprietor. That's one person owning that business, and you can also register it as a partnership. That is, two people can also register a business name together. So we have some spouses that want to register a business name together. You can definitely do that. Two people can register a business name, and also a person can decide to register a business name. But please bear in mind that where two people are registering it, it assumes the capacity of a partnership. So if you want to start a business with somebody and you know you cannot do partnership with that person, then it's not advisable. Two people registering business names together assumes the capacity of a partnership. So with all this above being said, we can say that if you have decided that you want to register your business as a small scale business, either as an enterprise or venture, then there are some requirements that you must bear in mind that you'll be supplying. The first thing that should be of paramount concern, the first thing is the name of your business. That's the first thing. Other things are secondary. I mean secondary by way of addresses, your phone number, those are secondary. The main thing, the first point of duty is for you to ascertain the name you want your business to bear. And once you have ascertained it, there's something we call availability search. We search the name with CAC, whether that name is available for you to use or not. If there's a name that other people have been using, CAC will deny it. Or if there's a name that is similar to a name that others have been using, CAC will deny it. And this is just to not confuse the populace, for people to know the difference between business A and business B. If you are using the same name, a lot of people will be confused. So CAC does not want that. They want you to have a distinct name, a unique name to your business, so that people will not be confused. So that is it. So when you are trying to get a name for yourself, it's advisable to get a unique name. Either your personal name, the name you bear, like my name is Damilola Obadimeji. I can say Damilola Obadimeji Ventures. Or if I want to mix names, I don't want to go for my personal names, I should try as much as possible to look for a unique name that will not be rejected by CAC, because for every name availability search you do, there is a payment of fee ascribed to that. So you don't want to be paying different, you don't want to be paying at different times simply because you are looking for names that is suitable for you. It's better to sit down, relax, look for a unique name, then apply for the availability search, and hopefully it will be, it will be approved, not denied. So when your name is being approved, there are some information and some documents you should supply the person registering for you, or if you're registering for yourself, there's some information you should be aware of that you'll be supplying Corporate Affairs Commission. The first one is the name of the business, like we said earlier. If you have ascertained that name, you are going to be submitting it. The type of business you want to be doing, you will also note it. Your residential address, your business address, you will supply your passport photograph, email address, your phone number, and your means of identification. And bear in mind that this means of identification will either be international passport, voter's card, driver's license, or national ID card. Anything aside these four Corporate Affairs Commission will not be accepting that. Let me go again. The documents and information you should supply to CAC upon registration: your name of business, the type of business that you intend to do, your residential address, your business address, your passport photograph, your email address, your phone number, and your means of identification. And I said earlier that your means of identification will either be the international passport, voter's card, driver's license, or national ID card. Those are just the national ID cards that you can use that is not ordinary, probably your place of work's ID card, or so those are the types of identification, your means of identification that CAC will be accepting. It should either be international passport, voter's card, driver's license, or national ID card. So now, who can help you to register? A lot of people will ask that question: can I register by myself? Is it compulsory a lawyer help me to register? We are in the 21st century. Registration of business has been made so simple. In fact, you can register it yourself, but most times it is advisable that you meet up with a legal practitioner to help you with registration. This is in order to avoid a situation where, as a result of your lack of experience or understanding, you have made a grave mistake which may cost you losing your money, or even that name you have probably been able to secure for yourself, or even much more than to cost you if you have contracted a lawyer. So it's advisable that you get a legal practitioner to help you to register your business name. Like I said, you are not obligated to get a legal practitioner to register for you. You can do it yourself, but it is advisable that you get a lawyer to do it for you, so as not to find yourself in a messy situation that you will have done a grave mistake that you'll be finding it difficult to rectify. So those are the things you should bear in mind. You can get a legal practitioner to help you to register. Now, there's what we call after registration or post-registration matters. There are some things that will come up after you have registered. We call them post-incorporation matters. Firstly, after you have registered, there's what we call certificate that will be issued to you by the CAC, Corporate Affairs Commission. That is your evidence of registration. That is the prima facie evidence that you have registered your business. Do you understand? So when you have a certificate, you can show it anywhere that my business is registered. Some will go to the extent of laminating it and glazing it in their place of business, which is advisable. So anybody entering your office for the first time, they are seeing it and they know, oh wow, this business is registered. So there are some post-corporated matters that requires you to, and you need to know. Another of such is what we call annual returns. Once your business has been registered, before I go to annual returns, I talked about certificate. There's another thing we call status report. Upon registration of your business, CAC will issue you a status report alongside with your certificate. The status report bears all the information about the business. It will tell you the type of business. It will tell you the name of the proprietor, the owner of the business. It will tell you the details, the address of the business, and it will tell you the status of your business, whether it is active or inactive. You need to know that sometimes when you want to probably enter into business with some organizations, as a business owner, they will first go and do search with Corporate Affairs Commission. They want to know whether your business is active or inactive. If you have not been paying your annual returns, your status with CAC will be saying inactive. It's as good as your business is not running, it's not going. So they might be hesitating to enter into business with you. But once you pay your annual returns on a regular basis and showing active on your status with CAC, you can definitely be rest assured that companies and organizations will want to do business with you. Everybody wants to do business with people that are legalized. You understand? So it's always good to make sure you pay your annual returns. Annual returns for business names, small scale businesses, is just 3,000 naira yearly. But once you have not paid as at when due, a fine of 5,000 naira will be on it. So you're going to be paying like 8,000 naira for annual returns of a business name when you are in default. So it's a good thing to know at the back of your mind that yearly after your registration, you have something called annual returns you are supposed to be returning to CAC. Some people will just register and they go to sleep, they continue running their business for years, they are not remitting anything back. If you need any incorporation benefit from CAC, without paying your annual returns, you will not be obliged. For example, probably you misplaced your certificate of registration and you need a certified true copy of a copy. CAC will not grant you that except you pay all the annual returns of the years you have been in default. So it's better to be aware of these things. If you need more explanation on it, approach your legal practitioner, your lawyer. They're going to, put you through and explain better to you. Another thing we should be aware of about incorporation matters, post-incorporation matters, is what we call TIN, tax identification number. You need to get your TIN. You need to acquire your TIN. For Kwara State here, you can go to KWIR, or you go to Federal Inland Revenue Service. So you can do that. Federal Inland Revenue Service for the federal, while the state own is for the state, you understand. So you can get your TIN from either of these, KWIRS or FIRS. You can get your TIN from either of them. And the benefit of getting a TIN is that you will not be evading your tax. When you pay your tax, of course, you'll be a good citizen of Nigeria. And sometimes when you want to travel or some other things you might want to do that you require to show your tax clearance certificate. Once you have been paying your tax and it's on record, getting your tax clearance certificate will not be difficult. You will definitely have it. And tax clearance certificate dates back to 3 years. You understand? So it's good to pay your tax. So after incorporation, you get your TIN, tax identification number, for you to be able to be paying your tax. There's another thing we call SCUMO certificate. It's usually given by the EFCC. It's to clear you that you are not into any money laundering. We have situations where politicians and some other people use businesses to launder money. So when you have yourself cleared that you are not into money laundering, it's good for you. Most times now, when you want to open an account for your business, banks will not allow you without this SCUMO certificate. So it's always good. Once you register, part of the post-incorporation matters is TIN acquisition, SCUMO certificates being given, your annual returns, and some other, post-incorporation matters that may arise. So, what are the benefits? There are some benefits attached to you registering your businesses. What are the benefits of registering your business? The first one is that it legalizes your business. CAC will never register an illegal business. So you know that for the fact that you are registered, it shows that your business is legalized. That's one of the advantages of registering your business name. Another advantage of registering your business name is that it gives you the opportunity to open your account for that business. It's always advisable to have a separate account for your business, which is distinct from your private account that you use for yourself. It makes you to keep tabs of how you spend money, how money comes in and out of your business, how your business is progressing. Another advantage is that once you are registered, you are allowed to do business without joining any association. You've seen cases of probably tailors, hairdressers, that the association will come and pack their tools because they are not, they didn't come for meetings or they didn't pay a particular dues. This is to tell you that once you are registered with CAC, you need not join any association. Please note that once you have benefited from any association, you have benefited one thing or the other, and you have a form of obligation to them too. It would be unfair and illegal sometimes to say or to deny the membership of that association. What I'm trying to say is that probably you have enjoyed some benefits of a particular association, and you have some obligations you're supposed to also give, and because you don't want to give such obligation, you want to shy away from it, you went to register and you are now denying the your membership of that association. That would be unfair. So what we are saying, we are not saying you cannot join association. Of course, if you want to join association, even with registering, you can still join. But what we are saying is, under Nigerian laws, once you have registered your business with Corporate Affairs Commission, you need not join an association. If you want to, you can join, but you need not join an association. That's what we are saying. There are some businesses, of course, that whether you have registered or not, you still must join an association for you to run effectively. Example is lawyers. We need to join Nigerian Bar Association to be able to run our legal business effectively. There are some other businesses like that you need to join an association for you to run effectively. If you want to know more about such, get clarification from your lawyers. You need lawyers in your life. Get clarifications from your lawyers. So those are part of the advantages you need to know that registering your business comes with. Like I said, it shows that your business is legal. It also gives you an edge. Your name is protected. Nobody can use that name again It gives you opportunity to open your account with the bank for your business, and you need not join any association. So some of the benefits of registering are what we have stated. So as a business owner, you are thinking, I'm not yet there, I don't have that big money yet. Start small. Register your business name. You can definitely do that, and later on, when God blesses you, the business is progressing, you can do what we call upgrade, and that will take me to what I call upgrade of your business name. If you have registered your business name and you have everything, you want to change it to a company, a limited liability company or limited liability company, you can definitely upgrade your business name to a company. All you need to do is that while you are applying for that name with CAC, Corporate Affairs Commission, all you will do is insert it as a form of comment that you are the same owner with the already registered business name. Once you do that, CAC most times will give you that same name for you to use. So you need not change your name. You will just add what we call limited at the back of the name. Instead of Damilola Enterprises, it could be Damilola Limited, Nigerian Limited. That is what we are talking about. All you need to do is to add that prefix of limited to the name, and you are good to go. And we know you are going to do what we call share capital. If you want to know more, of course, you can contact your lawyer. So like I said earlier, for today's purpose, we are discussing business name under part A of CAM. Our time will not allow us to go into part B and part C for today. So we are going to limit ourselves to part A that we have discussed today. Next week, God's willing, we are going to start our discussion from registering your companies under part B of Companies and Allied Matters Act. So until next time, until next week where we get to meet again, my prayer for you is that you have a fulfilling week, a blissful life, and a fulfilling life. God bless you. Have a beautiful day ahead of you.
òdodo ọ̀rọ̀ ìrẹsì ọ̀làbùtẹ́ gẹ́gẹ́ ni wọ́n.